we came up with a game.
Yeah, no, we came with a game application, and first I would like to tell you how I came with this idea. Then we develop it further. Like I was thinking about myself that I throw so much food, and I really wanted to change that and I was thinking why it happened that. And actually, I realized that since I live alone, not with my family anymore, I'm missing, for example, my family chain. That's what I don't eat. It's going to my sister, then to my mom, to my father, and in the end, I have these two friends there. And for sure, the food is not great at all. But since I don't have them, and also I'm not a cook, so I don't have good imaginary how much food I should use for the food. And always it happened that I cook more than we are able to eat, and then it's just going away. So this was like the base idea, like that I wanted to change that. So we came with the name of our application game. It calls Grainworth, which is combination of the words grain, worth, and grow. We also made our logo. It's like it's worth it. And our colors are green and yellow. Green, it's the
Sustainability.
and yellow like the grain. Yeah, it's me.
Yeah. So the idea, the motto, let's say, of the game should be like that you shouldn't waste, and you should cook thoughtfully, because in a lot of countries, a lot of food eventually goes to the trash, while in the other areas of the world people suffer from hunger. And our purpose is to help as least as we can, but to help the situation change. So by choosing the main point of the game was it will be that the players would be able to choose what they cook, for how many people to cook, of course in a virtual environment of the game, but the idea it helps you to use it also in your real life after, and to really make a change. For how many people to cook and what ingredients to use for doing it, so that it will get you will learn how to measure not to buy more than you need actually, and to use it wisely. The application will count at the end of each meal that the players are going to make. It will count how many people could have been fed with every wasted amount of food and ingredients. So actually the schema is very basic. It's not so complicated because we like the idea of the game to remain simple and to serve actually the purpose without so many secondary unnecessary elements. So there will be basically 5 steps. You choose what to cook, for how many people, of course depending on everyone's preferences, what ingredients to use, and how much of them, and then you just cook it, and you will see the result. Now the interesting part, and actually the goal of it, is to turning the action from the game into reality. So this is the challenging part, because some people they can just play a game or use an app, but when it comes to real life behavior, they just ignore some things, or they don't pay as enough attention as they have to really make a change. So besides realizing how much food they need to keep themselves healthy and not waste, the players will also have the possibility, which this is where the charity part comes, they'll have the possibility to donate food or money to help reducing the hunger issue, and also to consume responsibly. So how it works, basically, if you want to donate food, you can donate it in your own surrounding area, like in your neighborhood or something, to the collecting centers of the company, or to other kind of partners of the campaign, like shelters, for example, for homeless people, or center for people with reduced possibilities, reduced financial possibilities, so that they can have a warm meal or something. And if you want to support the cause of hunger worldwide, you can donate money, of course, which will be used by all the charity funds and companies that are rallied to this campaign, and so that they would be distributed wisely. How it will be done, basically the game will convert every wasted amount of food that the players will have at the end of each round into an equivalent amount of money. This amount they can donate after the round, or anyway, if you want to donate money more than just what the game counts for you, you can donate it whenever you want. So we want to make it free to play as an idea, because I play games myself, and I know that when you see that you have to pay in order to download a game or something, you are not so much attracted maybe to download it sometimes. But when you see it's free to play and you can have a shot to try it, to see what it's about, you are more into it. So it's basically free to play, but the users can donate whenever they want. You will set up at the beginning of the game some range, like some amount of wasted food, and when you will reach it, then it will be possible to donate that amount of money. And the food, as I said, the people will just leave it. If they want to donate it, they can leave it in a local bunch collecting center or to any charity partner of the campaign. Now, about making it competitive, because of course that's why games are much more useful to promote an idea than just a normal application, because games create competitiveness between players. They create this feeling of winning or losing, or so of course it will be the classic mode when everyone can play, like a practice mode, let's say, but it will be also a mode called the efficiency mode, when more people can connect and play online in the same time, and they choose to cook the same food, let's say the same dish as a task, but they will do it differently. They will use different way how to do it, and who will have less wasted ingredients at the end will be able to win in-game prizes or even real prizes, because this would make it even more interesting than just some virtual rewards. This is where the motivation part comes, because the in-game rewards are symbolic, like for example graduated measures to help the players to use food and ingredients even more thoughtfully. Of course, they won't be the only objects like available as rewards, but more and more things will come up after the application will be started, because it will be constantly updated. Like every game, every online game, when it gets updated, new features appear or new prizes, so that the players cannot get bored. And using these objects, you will get winning streaks. Now, this is where the real prizes come. If you will register constant progress and winning streaks, the top players in each region, let's say, will get a piece of land in real life. Of course, they won't own it, they will just administrate it for one game season, which basically it's like, can be a couple of months, and they can use that real piece of land, the small parcel, for grains or cereals, or different cereals that Bungie or collectibles or commodities that Bungie is distributing, and they can use it for their own purposes. But of course, it won't be recommended. It wouldn't be recommended, because the purpose is to donate them to make charity. As for the system of the users and communicating with them, the main channel of interaction would be the in-game text system and everything. The users register. After they register and activate their account, they can also contact our support team. But everything would be in an assertive style. It won't be spamming or pushing, because no one likes pop-ups or useless advertisements, or the style would be kept simple and it would be focused on the purpose. it won't be also so much visibility about the name of the company, because this shouldn't be like promoting company's interest. It would be focused on the goal. And players can offer feedback. They can ask questions, and by using the message boxes, because the interface should the purpose is to be smooth. The application would be launched in the beginning for both Android and iOS, and we will see how it will work. Thank you.
Thank you. I really like the idea about preventing waste. I think that's a really important thing to try and do. I'm really interested in where would you get? Would you put the recipes in, or were the recipes in there already? Is that?
Well,
I wasn't quite. I was a bit struggling.
Yeah, it's of course it's like, let's say.
I say spaghetti carbonara.
There is.
No, it's not spaghetti. But you know, we can have an argument about whether it's allowed to have bacon or it has to be pancetta.
Yeah, the players would choose, as you said, the players would choose anything that they would like to cook, because, of course, the purpose at least should be like the game should get millions of players eventually, so anyone can come with any type of dish depending on the area, culture, preferences, I don't know, allergies, whatever. So anyone can choose anything that they like to cook, because the ingredients would be available in the game schema.
So was it just the two of you, or were there?
Yeah.
Right. So when it comes to the PID side of things, all the different parts of the project document, how did you go through that yourselves? Did you, as far as thinking about the risks and those sorts of things, just you two thinking about those things?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were analyzing. We made also the.
We just didn't talk about it.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, we focused more about how we can make the purpose, while by using a simple way, a simple channel of communicating it, like a game and a simple game, because complicated things don't attract people so much. So we thought, like, keep it simple, keep it also funny and recreational in the same time. And Nikki came with the idea of making it like to avoid food waste, and I linked it to because I like to play games, so I linked it to the possibility of making a game out of it and not just keeping it as a normal application.
So just quickly, what
yeah.
have you got any thoughts on what you think the biggest risk is with your?
Yeah, well, we will constantly reevaluate and try to get feedback about what the possible risks are, because we cannot predict, of course, all the risks that can come up with this. But we will try to apply some risk management and to keep it updated all the time.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, really interesting idea. I guess one angle may be that certain ingredients will be more sustainable than others, and so actually there could be a reward for creating a dish that's been created in the most sustainable way. It's not only reducing wastage, but actually perhaps you in your carbonara, rather than having bacon, is there a corn alternative that's far more sustainable? I mean, you could bring that angle in. So the challenge is not only about reducing the waste, but actually creating the dish in the first place in the most sustainable way. And there's going to be certain ingredients where actually we should be trying to move away from, I guess. So that could be,
This can come up with the updates, like together with all those collectibles and all those in-game rewards. So this can be introduced step by step. After we will see how the initial impact on the people this game has, how big it is, but firstly, initially we just thought about the core idea. Doesn't matter. I mean, for us, it didn't matter so much in the beginning how much, let's say, sustainable the ingredients are, as long as they're not wasted, so that some amount of food and should go to places where hunger needs to be reduced. First of all, by any means, just to reduce it, and then, of course, we can refine it through updates and patches and new versions of the game, as long as, yeah.
I just also want to say, I thought bringing in the local angle was really nice, because sometimes people feel a bit detached from these causes. I know it's a good cause, sometimes it's a bit too detached, so making it really local and being able to have an impact on our neighbourhood, I think it's a really clever angle to
They're also thinking like to put there like the links for the organizations, because for example I'm also throwing, because I don't eat food which is already, I know it's possible to eat it, but it's just something in me and I would like to give it to someone,
But
because I know
where.
but there is like where. I know in Germany they start to make the fridge in the streets, but I never seen it anywhere else. So like if it would be like there, like some link like to help people, because they want to donate, they don't want to throw it, but if there is no way where, it's just going in the trash, and it's pity.
So that people should know about all these organizations, shelters, for example, institutions or collecting centers, so that they can really actually physically go there and donate. This is a way in which waste can be saved, can be reduced effectively, we think.
Thank you very much. What I'd like to do is I'd like to give you some feedback in the order that you presented to us, and then we'll just say. What I will say is that we just spent all of that time really struggling to do this part of the job. It was really incredibly difficult to make any distinctions at all. We really struggled. We were really impressed with the ideas that we've heard, the enthusiasm that we've heard for these ideas. The ideas were really excellent, really innovative. It's just blown my mind, really, to be honest. I did not expect such good ideas to come in. So thank you, all of you. You can't all of them, but well impressed. So let's start with that. Well, what we want to try and do is we want to try and tell you something that you can do a little better at as well. So for instance, at the core, you talked about the procrastination app, but we don't always know what that is, and it's quite a complicated concept. So when you throw a concept out there, you must make sure that your audience knows that that's what's coming. We thought it was a very well planned project. We were all excited about the Gantt chart. We were clear about the phases, and the aspect of the user experience about choosing the apps and setting threshold was really nice. The images, the branding. So, well done. In Smart Seconder, we really liked the idea of the signal. We did have a concern about the scanning. Would people be willing to do that? Is that something that would be sustainable? We love the fact that you put in a budget, you actually thought that through and put that in there, and then investment beyond that as well. So that's actually thinking beyond the life of the initial part of the project. We like the development life cycle. And you showed us why you wanted agile. We also like the idea of trialing with a bunch of employees as well. Gronger, there's only you left now. But we like the idea of providing an experience and a set of tasks. We would have liked to know a little bit more about what those tasks might have been, so some examples would have really helped there. I thought it was very well presented, a lot of confidence on display. Passing between you was quite effortless. We like the fact that you had a very specific focus on your target audience, and you made that explicit to us. We did wonder how that community would sustain itself. So we thought with a little bit of extra kind of push and shove behind it, that could be a very positive one. And Grainworth, we thought it was an absolutely excellent idea to reduce waste. really loved the way that worked out. We know that you did a lot of work on research about the PID and the management of the project. You didn't show us that in your presentation. We would have liked to have seen some of that somehow presented in the 10-minute slot. We particularly like the focus on the local, the fact that you were able to kind of go local as well as global. And it was well linked to Bunge. And I think special mention should be made of the fact that you had individual play and group play, which we thought was very compelling. But overall, there can only be one winner. And I promise you, this was so difficult and it was so close that really, if it isn't you, please don't be upset because you're that close, literally that close. But the winner, where we were going to be investing our money because we were just that little bit more convinced about the things that were said, going to be at the core. Sorry for everybody else. But well done, guys. Well done.
You are getting some.
Two of them
Very sustainable donuts. Congratulations, guys. Well done, everyone. There are some photos as well. Just thank you very much. This was hopefully very useful for you guys. I hope you really enjoyed. I really enjoyed it, and I really want to thank you for putting so much work into it when we have so many deadlines. And I know it was a struggle, especially for some of the teams. Some of you were really lucky to be in a very good team. I think you guys really worked well together, but there were people who were really struggling with engagement. So well done, very well done. Thank you very much for doing it. Just a few, thank you. A few things that I wanted to let you know. There is a World of Work student competition. So if you have any ideas of how we can help universities to bridge with employers the skills gaps between what employers say they are missing in students when they join the World of Work, please, you can create a poster or have an idea that we are then going to present at the Festival of Learning in Vietnam next week. And the next one, we are doing also a cyber social workshop on the 1st of May. This is going to be a simulated hacker attack to get you thinking about your social media exposure. So please book. We have very limited spaces. We have teamed up with Line Tools, which is a very innovative local company, and they're going to be our future partner on the Global Talent Program as well. This is going to be open to staff and students. So please you're the first to hear. So please book very quickly on this workshop. And if please don't forget to upload all your presentations so that you can get to activities on the Ford badge, and get ready for all your submissions should be in by the 2nd of May, I think 2nd or 3rd of May, so please get ready for the awards this year. Thank you very much. Have a lovely time. Good luck with submissions, and it's been an absolute pleasure today. Thank you.